breaking news out of the Florida Keys. A boat with more than a dozen migrants on board capsizes.
2 people dead at sea, and right now there's an urgent and perilous search for any possible survivors. NBC6 investigator Willard Shepard live in the Florida Keys with what we know. Will.
Well, right now, the U.S. Coast Guard is sending all of its assets, even in the darkness, out into the Florida Strait to try to locate what they believe are 10 migrants who are missing out there. They did rescue 8. Unfortunately, 2 were deceased that they took aboard a Coast Guard cutter, and they will continue this search through the night. This is video of the kind of helicopter the U.S. Coast Guard is using in the search to find what it believes are 10 others who were on a vessel that capsized. The Coast Guard told us that it's searching an area that's about 15 miles south of Key West. The Coast Guard called in a host of assets to locate those missing. The first migrants seen in the water were spotted by the Coast Guard cutter Resolute. It called for assistance, and another vessel took 8 survivors out of the water and 2 people who had died. The survivors indicated how many others who were on the vessel and were missing. Nelson Brandt is a retired Coast Guard helicopter pilot who's participated in similar searches.
Potential rescuers are trying to save them from drowning, and at the same time, these people are fighting against people who are trying to rescue them because they know if they get rescued and they're not on shore, then they'll be sent back to a condition that must be worse than death. I don't know. I never lived in Cuba, but it's got to be worth risking your life for if it's that bad. People have been doing it since I guess the communists took over down there. Like I said, it's heartbreaking to watch. Just thinking about it makes me sad.
The Coast Guard reported the migrants said they left Puerto de Mariel, Cuba on Sunday, and their vessel capsized on Wednesday. The Coast Guard commander for the region sent out a warning saying that setting out at sea under these conditions is a dangerous task and should not be attempted. Now, the Coast Guard can't do this in the middle of the night. Obviously, they're inhibited by the darkness out there, but also have some technology, some what we call infrared technology in military terms, that can enable them to be able to, in essence, quote, see people out there. But of course, they hope to be able to locate these individuals. But as time goes by, the search pattern widens because of the current out there, and time is not on these migrants' side who are still missing. As of right now, it's estimated they've been in the water at least 24 hours. We're live in the Florida Keys. Willard Shepard, NBC6 News.
Well, thank you. And on that note, did weather play a factor in this tragedy? Meteorologist Stephen McLaughlin took a look at the wind and current conditions in that area earlier today. Stephen.
Now, Trina, I think the easy answer is no. As far as we can tell, there was no significant weather. If we were having this discussion yesterday or any time over the last couple of weeks, probably weather could have been a factor. Remember, it was so windy, the water was very rough. But here's the statement from the National Weather Service out of Key West at 5 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. with their discussion. No watches, warnings, or advisories are in effect for the Florida Keys coastal waters at this time. Breezes will diminish somewhat today through Friday. So let's look at 3 things. These were the winds at 1 p.m. Nearest spot, Key West, easterly at 11. Winds certainly not a factor. This is a satellite and radar. A couple of clouds down here, but nothing showing up, so certainly no storms. And we have this pretty cool technology. This is our European model that estimates wind heights. We set it back to 1 p.m. and 16 miles south and west, 1-foot waves. So again, waves and wind, storms not an issue in today's weather as far as we can tell.
And Steve, sadly, people dying trying to reach U.S. shores is nothing new. As recently as a week ago, at least 1 person died during a failed human smuggling attempt in San Diego County, California. At least 8 people ended up in the hospital after being rescued from rough water conditions there. And that happened a few weeks after at least 3 people died in another human smuggling operation off San Diego when a boat broke apart in powerful surf. More than 24 people had to be rescued. And 2 months ago, here in South Florida, the Coast Guard came to the rescue of 25 Haitians on a boat off of West Palm Beach. Police described it as a smuggling event. All 25 Haitians were repatriated. The Coast Guard also coming to the rescue in February of 5 Cuban men off the coast of Palm Beach County after they said that they were out at sea on a raft for 16 days. And in late 2019, the Coast Guard rescued more than a dozen migrants stuck on a disabled vessel off the coast of Palm Beach County. On board, 14 Haitians and 3 Bahamians, all trying to reach the U.S. from the Bahamas. All were sent back.